So manifestation and the law of attraction has to be one of the biggest and most in vogue ideas of the 21st century. But also probably one of the most misunderstood. It's inferred, or sometimes even told to you, that all you need to do to get £1 million, for example, is to manifest it through thought. Now, interestingly, energetically, so in the energetic world, this can actually be true. But, as we all know, things are not quite that simple, unfortunately, because there are many other laws and variables happening all at the same time, just to complicate things. I said earlier that in regard to healing, energetically, we can definitely do this. We can heal a lot of things almost instantly once we know what we're doing within that landscape. But the problem is, most of the time, we will not truly believe that this is possible. And therefore, we will instead hold on to our old energetic patterns instead, the old frequencies that we've been operating from. And nothing in our lives are going to change. It's important to note that our physical world is following on behind the energetic one, sometimes quite a long way behind. So, if we were to use our analogy of healing, let's say, and we could give the example of a bad back, for instance, I can bring resolution energetically to the compensation or the energetic pattern that relates to this bad back pretty much instantaneously. And from this place now, it is in fact healed. But depending on our age and our general health and our bodies and the body's physiology, it's going to take X amount of time to bring this healing into the physical world, into the body. And the problem here is that as the body is getting better, it might require, as part of that natural healing process, so, for the cells to actually change, for there to be, in the short term, an increase in inflammation and possibly some more muscular tension and guarding to help with this healing process. The problem is, as we feel this in the body as pain or restriction, we could then believe that we are not getting better. The mind will maybe come in then, the left brain, and say, actually, maybe this isn't getting better. Maybe I'm going to be stuck with this forever. And now, as quick as a flash, you've energetically created a new pattern which is maintaining this bad back again. So look, this is a simple example just to help you get some understanding. But now we're sort of learning that one of the big issues in regard to manifestation is that energetically, life is so immediate. And that holding a frequency, a way of being, a belief or a thought consistently enough to actually bring something into being physically is quite another matter indeed. I mean, if I said to you now, you must hold now a consistent thought with no looking for problems and no thinking that something will go wrong, how long could you do this for? Truthfully. Another major issue people meet here is that they're manifesting not from themselves, not from a place of love and joy, not from their place of their interests or in the interests of their personal growth and expansion. Instead, they're trying to manifest from a position of fear and of lack. So they're in this intellectual place of thinking. And as we've just found out with our bad back analogy, this just instantly creates an energetic pattern of fear and of lack. And unfortunately, this is probably how it's going to work out. Now, this is quite a conundrum, isn't it? So in order to manifest something, then it must be something that is authentic to us, something that we actually truly love. How else can we hold a consistent thought or frequency otherwise? It has to literally be our state of being energetically. And in order for that to happen, first we're going to need to deal with our past, with our insecurities and our limiting beliefs. We need to develop and nurture a deep understanding of ourselves and of the energetic aspects of ourselves and how these things relate to the physical world. In short, we're going to need to heal and become whole first. Now, the amazing thing in life is that we are actually responsible for our lives and what happens within it. And the big problem is that we are responsible for our lives and what happens within it. The idea of abundance in a world that's dominated by money and material gain often obviously does become about these things in our minds. And of course it is really tempting, isn't it, to think that money's going to make everything better. But we know from scientific studies, many of them, that once we have sufficient wealth to provide shelter for ourselves, and that's physically and emotionally, to provide nice food, clean air and water, a nice simple quality of life, then any further happiness has nothing whatsoever to do with money. We're truly happy when we're living freely as ourselves, when we're creating as ourselves, and when we are expanding as a person and we're reaching new heights. When we're really useful and can be of service to others. When we have great relationships in our lives. And we have a life of fun, full of fun and joy. This is what true abundance is about. And of course, health. When we can love ourselves and who we are. This is real abundance. And from here, the money and the material aspects of life will naturally come to us as we require them. They are going to look after themselves because you're going to be consistently manifesting from a place of freedom and love and creativity and happiness. You will know who you are and you will know why you are getting what you are getting. And you will just be waiting to see what amazing things will be coming next in your lives, following this flow state. And then magic will be real to you. This is the ambitious aim of this course. And I know if you take yourself through this course, through this developmental process, this is where it will take you. So another thing I want to mention here, just at the end here now, is that although this is an online course, you're absolutely not going to be left alone in this process. We're going to be here to answer your questions and to help you with any aspects of the course that you happen to be struggling with. We're going to be running regular live online questions and answer sessions with myself. And we're going to be reading your emails. We're going to be answering your questions. We've got a private Facebook page that you can talk and ask questions in as well. And if we need to, I'm sure we will, we'll be making new videos, creating new content to help you understand this process. The intention of the course is for you to live a life of freedom, where it's easy to take responsibility for your life. In fact, at this point, it's just going to be a pleasure, where you can walk and live as yourself, unapologetically, trusting life as it moves through you, living life in a true state of flow, a true flow state. If you have any further questions, please ask us. This is a genuine course of real depth. Come and join us. You won't be disappointed. We want more people to reach their full potential. We want more people in the world that are free, that are happy. Please come and join us. Thank you, Ollie.